This is Insilico Medicine. It spent over a decade building AI for drug discovery. And this week, it did something unusual. It built a test designed to catch companies that might be faking their results. Every week now, some AI drug discovery company announces a breakthrough. A model that predicts a molecule's behavior. A system that designs a drug candidate in days instead of years. But here's the uncomfortable question nobody likes to ask. How would you actually know if any of that is true? This week, one company built an answer. Not a bigger model, a test. Here's what was announced. Insilico Medicine, a company that's been building AI for drug discovery since 2014, launched something it calls the Drug Discovery and Development Benchmark as a service. In short, DDD BaaS. It's open to any organization, a startup, a pharma giant, an AI lab that wants to test whether its model can actually do real drug discovery work. Not simulate it. Do it. Here's the problem it's trying to solve. Most public AI benchmarks are built from questions and answers that live somewhere on the internet. And modern AI models are trained on huge chunks of the internet. So there's a real chance the model has already seen the test, or something very close to it, during training. It's not exactly cheating, but the model isn't reasoning. It's remembering. The score looks impressive. Whether the model can actually handle a real, never-seen-before drug decision is still an open question. This problem has a name: data contamination. So what does the test actually measure? 2 tiers. The first, Drug Discovery Foundations, runs a model through more than 300 evaluations built on decontaminated, out-of-distribution data covering medicinal chemistry, chemical synthesis, disease biology, and clinical development reasoning. The second, Drug Candidate Essentials, is tougher. It measures the whole journey, from identifying a promising hit all the way to nominating an actual preclinical drug candidate, benchmarked against Insilico's own real, validated programs. The mechanics are simple. Any organization can submit their model through a standard chat completions API. Insilico runs it against the held-out, decontaminated tasks and returns a verified score report. There's also an option to be listed on a public leaderboard for anyone willing to have their numbers compared in the open. Here's the gap this is meant to expose, illustrated conceptually. A model can look brilliant on a public benchmark and still fall apart the moment it faces a real, decontaminated drug decision it's never encountered before. That gap between memorized performance and genuine capability is exactly what a benchmark like this is built to reveal. Why does Insilico get to be the referee here? Because it has its own track record on the line. In 6 years, it's nominated 31 preclinical drug candidates and cleared more than 10 for human testing. Its typical time to nominate a candidate is 12 to 18 months, against an industry norm measured in years. And its lead program, Relation, is now in phase 3 trials for a lung disease called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, the first medicine ever to be both discovered and designed by AI to reach that stage. Whether or not you trust the benchmark, that's a resume most AI drug discovery startups don't have yet. Put a number on that speed claim, and it looks like this. The traditional path to nominating a preclinical drug candidate typically takes somewhere between 2.5 and 4+ years. Insilico's own AI-driven programs have compressed that down to 12 to 18 months. That's the kind of result the new benchmark is designed to hold every other AI drug discovery company to. This lands at an interesting moment. Just days before this benchmark launched, GSK agreed to pay Relation Therapeutics up to $110 million, partly on the strength of a claim that its models could deliver, quote, transformationally different success rates. That claim, like most bold claims in this field right now, has no independent way to be verified. A standardized, decontaminated benchmark is exactly the kind of tool that could eventually put a number on promises like that. Insilico isn't grading Relation's model today, but it's building the kind of yardstick this entire industry is going to need, whether the company's making big claims like it or not. Why should this matter to you? Because it puts real pressure on every AI drug discovery company to prove what it can do, not just announce it. A benchmark like this could become the exact credibility signal that pharma partners and investors start demanding before they write the next 9-figure check. It rewards the companies with genuinely strong models. It makes it a lot harder for hype to hide behind a press release. In short, it turns trust us into a number anyone can go check. No deep dive is complete without the catch. Insilico built this benchmark, runs it, and grades it, which raises a fair question about a company judging its own category. There's no independent third party auditing the results, at least not yet. Participation is entirely voluntary, so a company with something to hide can simply decline to submit. And it's brand new. As of this recording, no major AI lab has published a DDD score. A useful tool isn't the same thing as a referee the whole industry has agreed to trust. So where does this leave things? For years, AI drug discovery has run on a mix of real breakthroughs and confident marketing. It's been genuinely hard to tell which is which from the outside. A benchmark like this doesn't solve that by itself, but it's a real step toward an industry that has to show its work, not just tell a good story. The next time an AI drug discovery company claims a transformational breakthrough, the real question won't be how impressive it sounds. It'll be, did it clear the bar? Thanks for watching. This has been a Life Sciences AI Deep Dive.